Yes, my next experiment is almost complete. But first, bring the heat! Yes, let's see. Oh, yes. A dash of this. Ooh, a slathering of that. Ooh, just a pinch. Ketchup. Just a little ketchup. Yeah. Gingerly add just a drop of magic. Yes, now make it hotter. Finally, it's finally complete. A meal that'll surpass everybody. The perfect gamer snack. Behold! Chicken nuggies, brownies, mac and cheese, and to top it off, ooh, delicious pizza rolls. Ah, the culinary sciences. One of my favorites, for sure. You know, sometimes science isn't all about formulas and fractions and what have you. Sometimes it's about presentation. And no lie, when I got this package, it arrived in this. The box looks wrecked to hell and back, but to be fair, it kind of fits the theme, doesn't it? But like all good things, you have to look at what's on the inside that really matters. And today's toy... There we go. Do we have any more in there? Oh, we have plenty. That's for later. Much like the package that it arrived in, the bag is worse for wear. In fact, I'm noticing that all the bags that I have from this set all look a little faded, like they've been beat up or kept in a box somewhere in a warehouse. But all in all, I can't be mad about it. I mean, that fogginess in the bag, that's just nostalgic magic, baby. That's all that is. An indicator of a different time. A time that we get to relive together. So let's go there, right here, right now. Are you on the square? Dexter's on the level. Now, some of you out there know exactly what's about to happen with me and these scissors and this toy. But just in case you don't, why don't you join us in a little rhyme, shall ya? Goes a little something like this. While I snip, and we have some time, why don't you go like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, helps me out, keeps me opening more of these, which I'm trying to do more often. Life has been rough. That's as far as I'm going to get into it. But my dreams are still dreams, and my dream is to share this stuff with you and to relive a nostalgic era. Speaking of reliving a nostalgic era, ooh, I am so stoked about this. I hope this one works. Though it seems like everything has been based in science, so I'm assuming this probably won't also need batteries, but this is just a hunch. And here we go. Hello. And there's our short king right there himself, looking like he's healing, or he's looking like he's stuck in a hyperbolic time chamber. Any Dragon Ball Z fans out there will totally understand what I'm getting at. He doesn't look happy about it, though to be fair, most people don't look happy when they're in one of those tubes. Usually for health reasons, but I'm not gonna get too much into that right now. But FYI, Goku wins every time. If you feel some kind of way about it, leave a comment. A big, juicy comment of how I'm wrong. As if I could ever be wrong. God, I'm annoying sometimes. One thing I've noticed as I started binging Dexter's Labratory, getting ready for this series, there's a certain color palette that the series follows. They like to lean into that dark / kind of neon aesthetic that you can see in old-timey laboratories, like something of a Frankenstein. And in fact, I think a lot of new animations that followed that theme kind of lent itself into this. Actually, now that I look a little bit closer, he does look a little happier. What I don't like is that this is supposed to be a brand new toy, but it looks like it has been loved. There are scratch lines around the inside, and hey, maybe, it's just dust. Maybe it came out of the factory like that. I'd hate to think that someone sold me a resealed one, simply because I had a little tear here on the side of the bag. So that leads me to believe that that's exactly how we got it from the factory. I'm not too stoked about that aspect, but if this is still fun to look at and a nice little tchotchke, thing you can put on your desk at work or whatever, it's still kind of nice. It's just like the robot. Like I put the robot back there. And I think it looks badass, if I do say so myself. As far as detail goes on the toy itself, I like the fact that they didn't go super crazy with it. Sometimes you don't want to go super detailed. They put a lot of the details on the parts that you're going to see. Like the decal on the front with all the dials, buttons, and whatnot. Perfect for blowing up a lab, just saying keep your DEEDEEs away from this. As well with some tubing along both sides, I'm assuming for air, maybe some kind of coolant for the device, and topping it off with some kind of pink lever, which we're going to pull. I'm definitely going to pull that lever. But before any of that, it looks like at the very top of the device, there's a metal rod, which leads me to believe that this might be another magnet-themed toy, which I love. The other one was also a magnet-themed toy, which really leads into the whole sci-fi science fiction vibe. It's keeping it science, yo, and science rules. Very smart dude once said that. But enough teasing, this is too intriguing not to try out. Let's do it together. At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's test out this glorious device together. I'm definitely Dexter, not Doofenshmirtz. Though it is weird that it happened more than one time. Alright, here we go. Get the camera in place so you guys can really check this out. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Not at all. What? Am I doing this right? Huh. Can you tell that I am just whelmed at this? Not over, not under. I'm definitely whelmed by this device. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. Maybe my expectations were a little bit too high for a meal toy from 2003, but we've seen some pretty crazy devices that got creative, but with this one I could kind of get the idea. See, you pull this lever, it creates a vacuum which pumps it up a little bit, and then I'm assuming there's a weak magnet in the base of his head that gets pulled and kind of keeps him afloat, unless this is literally just air pressure keeping him up. Which, I mean, again, still alright. I feel like if I was 10 and someone gave me this, I'd like it for the aesthetic, but ultimately it just end up in my toy box, because I mean, look at this. I was expecting it to spin. I was expecting it to be like, oh, you know, to be life-changing in a way, but you know what? Not every experiment is going to be a success. And I mean, at the very least, there wasn't an issue with the batteries. We've seen that multiple times. I mean, hell, the Rugrats toy that we reviewed earlier this year, a lot of them didn't work and they were mechanical as well. I guess with time, some of these things break, but for what it is, for being as old as it is, I'm going to give it a pass. Out of a rating of 5 sciences, I'm going to give it 2.5 scientists. There was an accident with that one guy. Let's not get into it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering, is it really air pressure, or is the air pressure just pushing it up a little bit and there's a magnet on top because of that metal bit? Let's test it out. I happen to have a really strong magnet back here. Really strong. Oh no, just knocked everything off my board. Love that. Love that so much. I'm gonna put the strong magnet on top. Look at that, it's so strong that it's like moving it. Alright, scientists, let's do this together for science! I mean, what could possibly go wrong? It's just a simple toy, a little bit of an upgrade. It's not like it's going to...
He's gonna leave.